Hi there! Today we're going to play The Dark Eye, and we did so before, and with 2/3 of my players. We did a short series of videos on the Dark Eye role-playing system with Max and Julia.
Hello.
And at least one of us is a native speaker, so bear with us. It's going to get better if he has a...
You should have let them guess.
Guess which one of us is the native speaker.
Say in the comments below.
Right, and they gave me the character who's the talker of the group. So
Okay. So we did a short series back then, and it was more like showing off the epic stuff that the Dark Eye has to offer. But for today, I was like, oh, what am I going to prepare? And I was told, just use an adventure that you've written for Heiser Raulkonvent, which probably sounds very, very German, and which was or is a convention only for the Dark Eye, and it's like in a 4-star hotel. Wow. Everyone has their own private room and very, very fancy. And I was lucky to be game master on that convention, and I wrote a short adventure that we're going to play today, and it's called The Peacock Rose. And yes, we already had a discussion. What's that going to mean? Yes, it's about roses, about the flowers. It's not about a rowing peacock. It's not about rows of peacocks. It's about a rose.
Or a rising peacock.
A rose that looks a little bit like peacock feathers. That's the idea behind it.
All right.
Yes, and we're going to show off a little bit different play style and different kind of adventure, because the Dark Eye and the continent of Aventuria both have a long tradition in Germany. It's almost 33 years now old, the role-playing system, and there's a lot of different facets and different kinds of play style you can try out on that continent and in the game. And since the last time we went epic and had demons and evil cultists...
Oh yeah, and
today,
rock throwing.
Yeah, rock throwing.
Critical rock throwing.
Epic rock throwing, taking out a person, just summoning a demon. By Max.
That's really good.
Yeah. The third player in this round, ta-da!
Hello.
That's Annelene. And yeah, she's going to join us today to get the group up to 3 people. And because she's the one who actually knows the Dark Eye really well among the players. Because she's been playing the Dark Eye for how many years now?
Yeah, maybe 10 or so. But
maybe 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if the game is more than 30 years old, that's...
It's not one of the first people who started.
No.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Late adopter.
The setting this time is going to be an adventure where you're probably not going to fight. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can fight, but the main idea is to try not to.
Okay.
Because it's going to be kind of a little bit of a heist adventure, but with a twist you're going to see very soon. And it's set in a place called Belhanka, which is basically the only democracy on the continent of Aventuria, because the rich people in the city basically just bought the city and the surrounding countryside from their aristocratic lords, because they were out of money. And now it's heavily modeled after the Republic of Venice.
Oh, nice.
And so, yes, Belhanka is also a very beautiful city. It's set in the estuary of a big river, and it's known for its perfumes, for fashion, and for the biggest and most important temple to the goddess of Raya, or Raja, who's the goddess of love, sex, wine, chocolate, and all beautiful things in life. And roses, and peacocks.
And horses.
And horses too, yes.
Sounds like a good place.
Yeah, it's a good place. And we're going to Belhanka in spring. Actually, at the end of the month of Tsar, who is the goddess of renewal and fresh flowers. And right on the first day of the month of Fex, who is the god of...
secrets.
Yeah, of secrets, of the stars, and of merchants and of thieves. And often he has temples where hidden many of his of his ordained staff, of his people don't say out loud that they're part of his church. They hide with different masks and identities among other people. Okay. And that is a special day in Belhanka and in this part of Aventuria, because it's called the Day of Renewal, And it's when the churches are going out and blessing all the fresh green and the fresh new flowers around the city, because they are just fancy like that. And that's the time of year where you find yourself in the beautiful city of Belhanka, also called La Serenissima.
Belhanka it is.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what brought you there, but we kind of decided that you are shady characters.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'm not
No.
shady.
I'm incredibly shady.
I mean, I'm a very innocent and very pretty looking girl who's just like walking the streets of Belhanka with her bodyguard
And
Yes.
shady friend.
and her, yes, I don't know.
And her BFF.
Right.
Shady BFF.
A shady best friend for life.
Yeah.
So,
Belhanka is in a very festive mood. You arrived early in the day, but the city is already decked out in flowers and in fresh new banners showing off the signs all over the city of the powerful families who basically kicked out the aristocracy and became a new kind of aristocracy, but still the people have a say in what happens in the city. And the city is set on several islands in the estuary part of the river, and all of them have kind of a different flair about them. And you're walking the streets in the city, you have arrived for this event, for this party, because maybe there are a few purses there not as well guarded, and maybe there are a few secrets to find, things to do, people to see.
Opportunities.
Sculptor Crag. Yeah.
if you so want.
Opportunities and nice
Yes.
wine and
Yes, Belhanka is also known for its wine and its roses.
Perfume.
Yeah. And you're kind of trying to get a feel for the city and its people, and you kind of get the first thing you notice is that Belhanka is rich.
Sweet.
It's very it's kind of cramped because there's very little space that you can actually build on the islands, but there are high houses with very, very beautiful fronts that show small statues of gods and of holy people and of emperors from long ago, and all has a flair of grandeur about it, and using every little bit of space to kind of put a little more of flowers and all the kinds of just like Baroque style
Yeah.
on their horovaki, so everything is kind of decked out in decoration. And showing off just free space is kind of biggest statement you can do. And so it kind of hits you very strange when you walk into the biggest plaza of the city, the Piazza Benda Horas, named after an emperor of the old empire that was around long before now. You count the years as after the fall of Bosporan, and Benda Horas was pretty close to Bosporan still, I think. And the piazza is a rather big place on the main island, on Bellanora, which is the one that most people go to because there are big markets, and this place is full of stalls and people just trying out their wares, vendors who just want to sell you soap and clothes and jewellery and anything you can think of.
I look at the soap with disdain.
It's nicely carved into flower shapes, and there's lots of different styles.
Get that out of my face!
Oh, maybe smelling salts or
No.
something to put in your bath.
Go away!
So, what's your problem?
Everything!
Maybe a brush for your hair. Or comb.
I don't have any hair!
it's
Do you need
shaved
a wig? We have beautiful wigs.
I don't need a wig.
So
Go away.
You have a shaved head or what?
Yeah, I've not got any hair.
Okay.
His
I've-
portrait looks very gruesome.
Yeah. It's like
It's got scars.
Oh.
Ooh.
a number one haircut, I think it's called. Just completely shaved.
It's
Bit of a tash and a goatee and like scars on his face. And just a general angry expression.
You don't look like somebody people want to sell things to.
Not really.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, but the people in the piazza are
They're
those who
very-
sell things to everyone and anyone.
Can I steal some soap?
You can try and
So
steal
that
some
would be
soap.
nice for you.
Smells very nice.
Yeah.
Can I Seriously?
Yeah, you can.
Well, she's distracted by this.
She's
horrible
distracted.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can roll on pickpocketing. I think would be the best.
Okay.
Do you know how the rolls work?
I remember now.
You remember now. Yeah. Just to go over it quickly. Every talent you have, it's tied to 3 different attributes, and you roll on each of the attributes.
Yes.
You have to roll lower than your attribute,
Individually, yeah.
but kind of the stats you have in your talent, you can use those points to add up if you roll too
Yeah,
high.
I remember.
Yes, and it's easier. You can roll 1 higher on each of your rolls because she's distracted.
Oh,
Ah.
nice. Okay.
And you also have the tongue.
No, that was cockney.
Nine.
No, you roll
That
it
was
again.
yours.
That was
6. Let's say yes.
looks good.
Dexterity, that's an 11. That's good. And agility, that's 12. Yes, done.
Yeah.
Very easily.
You just kind of slip it into your sleeve, and now you have a very nice lavender scented
Well, I hope you
piece of
pick
soap.
up some for me too.
Oh yeah, can I give her one?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Among all the vendors, one person stands out to you. He doesn't have a store or something, and he's crying out, "Half a silver if I can take your measurements!"
So he's a clothes vendor, maybe.
Are you an undertaker?
No, I'm looking for people of the right size. And you, sir, you look like you might... can I take your measurements, sir?
What for?
I'll explain later. And he does this weird movement with his fingers.
Half a silver, man.
Touching his ear and then kind of doing a little dance.
Have you got something on your...
The two of you, you know a secret language called attack.
Uh-huh.
And it's used by shady people.
Which we are totally
Oh,
not.
super.
And it's a,
Outstanding.
it's a set of signs you make with your fingers.
So
And
like
he's
thieves-
making a
thieves'
sign, looking for a brother or sister, have an offer.
speech.
It's a very simple language,
Does he
but
know that?
he doesn't know it.
Okay.
He's
Well-
just wondering why the guy is.
Do you want an earring or something?
Oh,
So I,
no. It's
I
fine.
guess we
Reply to him or something?
yes, I'd say we just look at each other and nod slightly, and then I'll signal him might be interested.
Mm-hmm. he rubs his chin and then snaps and he points at him with his tiny finger. It's like, does he know? Is he with you?
I say he's with us.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, ladies, come closer. I would like to take your measurements if I'm not.
Yeah, well, I might be interested.
Oh, very good. I'll just start with the gentleman and.
All right, but no funny business.
No
I
funny
think
business,
this
sir.
is totally interesting.
Oh, yes.
Nothing would.
All right.
I'm not a funny man, I've been told. Okay. So stretch out your arms like this. Yeah.
It's a hole here.
Okay. So he takes your measurements,
Yeah.
like he was actually looking for to make clothes for you.
Okay.
And he notes them all down, very neat.
Mm.
And then he starts the same process with you. And he looks at the numbers. He has, yes, I think it would be a good fit. So I owe you half a silver each for taking your measurements. And I think he takes out his purse and counts out bronze coins that mark up to half a silver.
Sweet.
For each of us?
For each of you.
Sweet.
And if you're interested in a little more coin, I'd like to talk to you about an offer I have.
Well, I mean, we are always interested in interesting offers, and you seem like a man who...
A trustworthy person.
Yes.
Yes.
Who knows what he's about.
For the right people.
Excuse me, sorry. Okay.
By
Yes.
the way, I have a high talent in reading people, I think.
Oh yes, you can,
So I-
kind of read motive.
Yes, so I would
Sense
like
motive?
to... I don't sense
Yeah,
motive.
something
or
like
Sense
I
motive,
just-
it's for D&D.
No, that's
no,
insight.
I think it's
Yeah.
more like I judge a character or something
Yes,
like that.
you're a good judge of
So,
character.
so what vibes do I get from
him.
Should
Yeah,
I
you roll on
Oh,
it.
yeah, you are very good at that.
I roll them all at once, so it's faster.
Yeah.
And I'll just take them like that. So that looks pretty good.
Yes, a 7, a 13, and a 7.
Yeah.
Remember,
I
we're
think
going to to
Yeah.
go low.
That's fine. I mean, I think the only one I really have to check is the 13 here,
Yes,
because...
and that's
and
intuition.
that's intuition,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm good.
No.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
Okay.
I'm good with all my
And
points
how
left.
many points are left?
That 10.
That's three steps of quality. That's kind of what we count.
Mhm.
And every three
Okay.
digits, not digits, every 3 points,
Mhm.
you've got a new step of quality.
All right, so that's
So
a really
you're
good.
very good at it. He's a little bit desperate but well-meaning, and he seriously has a genuine offer for you, and he
Yeah.
thinks you would fit perfectly for what he's planning.
Desperate is good.
Desperate is good. Desperate pays money.
Yeah. So I'm quite willing to
Yes.
trade with him.
So if you're
Just normal.
interested in talking about the offer I have, would you follow me for a cup of wine?
Sure.
Definitely.
I prefer beer, but sure.
Oh, I think they can rustle up a beer here, but you know, it's the Hanka, everyone drinks wine.
Finn,
Yes.
you really should try the wine. It's
Yes.
excellent.
This
I
is-
don't like grapes.
Oh, come on. It's not like grapes.
It's very much like grapes.
It's grapes who have died and gone up to Alvaran.
I mean, we're in the city of wine. How can you be so,
Quite easily, thank you.
be a bit more,
We will find something that's to your taste. It's fine. Just
Don't worry about him.
yes.
He's always like that.
Then follow me, please. And
give him
he
wine.
just leads you across the piazza to a place called the Net of Avis, which is a nice tavern that also rents rooms, and he takes you to one of the back rooms that is nicely furnished, but there's a sickly sweet smell in the air. All the windows are open, but still kind of lingers in the room.
Do
I
we
spit on the floor.
recognize it?
Yeah, it smells basically like someone lost control of their bowels.
Oh,
Mm.
great. Does nobody clean that up?
I wrinkle my nose.
Yeah, sorry. Right, sit down, I'll order some wine. And he steps outside to quickly, to find someone to order.
Well, I really hope it's not because of the wine that somebody got sick.
Oh,
in
yes.
here.
He comes back inside. No, it wasn't the wine. The problem is, I have something planned for tonight. And I had the perfect crew, but they all got sick with the quick defar.
Oh.
And they got sick in here?
I threw them out once they started.
Yes, I hope you cleaned it up. I mean, that's contagious.
I've had it cleaned, yes, but probably you should.
Okay.
I back away towards the wall.
The quick defar is basically
Yeah. I get
Right,
the
yeah,
idea,
okay.
defar is a small demon who's known for being very fast and a nuisance, basically.
Yeah. So,
Backs against the wall, ladies.
Yeah, and the thing is, we were planning to go to a party tonight and do something there. And if you're interested, I'll explain to you what
Very
the
interesting.
plan entails. But the thing is, I've had very expensive clothes made
Oh,
for tonight.
That's with the measuring.
And now they're all sick, and I need people who fit in the clothes, and I need them right now, basically.
Well, if
I
the shoe
mean-
fits. Or
Yes,
clothes, rather.
but I mean, of course, you have to understand. We have to know what's, in it for us if we help you
Yes,
in
You,
this very
you will
fix
be
you are.
paid. Don't worry.
You seem like a man who's very desperate for help.
Do I? Maybe.
But I'm sure you
I'm.
know.
I'm fine.
I stay away from it.
Yes.
So
Are you going to go to this party as well? Or you look
I,
like you
I
should
was
be in
planning
bed.
to. Yes, maybe I should, but
I'm not
I'd
gonna-
rather not let you go alone. But maybe we see. Now, for you're generally interested.
Definitely.
Generally,
yeah.
of course.
Very
I mean, it
nice.
also
I suppose.
depends on like the risk and reward ratio you have to offer for.
Preferably with more risk.
No.
Don't listen to him. He does not speak for us.
I will pay each of you 1.5 gold pieces
For doing what?
for going to a party, for keeping the great clothes I've had made.
Oh, we get to keep
For
them.
for eating at a great buffet and drinking wine and then planting a rose.
Doing what?
you're
Planting
you're
a
supposed
rose.
to, yeah, not actually planting. You know how the really noble roses work. You take a simple rose, like a dog's rose, and then you plant the eyes of a very noble rose onto the stem, and then the blooms of the noble rose, but it's more resistant to injury and sickness.
I thought you were talking about business opportunities. What's this about planting roses and flowers?
It's a very special rose.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
No, it is really.
Okay.
It is the so-called peacock rose.
Oh.
And
That's
he
the
makes a
title of the
dramatic pause
adventure.
like you're supposed to know what that means. You probably don't.
And
Unless you know about herbs and things, there's a talent for that.
of course there is. Hang on.
Yes, there's a talent for everything.
There is a talent for everything. Hi.
That's
Which one would that be?
The tool.
That's with that.
Pflanzenkunde.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, alchemy? No,
No,
it's
no.
plants.
Plants.
It
Oh,
should be
plants
here.
down here, yes.
I don't have it. I think.
I'm
No,
going
it's
to roll.
down here.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yes.
have that?
I don't
Yeah.
have it.
I've got a bit. I've got 4.
That would be great. If
It's
the
just like, of
rough
all of the
mercenary knows
people.
about roses.
I have no idea.
I
what
personally have spent a lot of time in the jungle for some reason. So
And the jungle is known for its roses.
I'm just going to think for a moment.
Ha.
Yeah, that's not good. So I've got an 18, a 2, and a 13. So an 18
So
in.
Sagacity.
Yeah, I need to spend 7 points. So no, I don't. know.
Okay, you have no idea what he's talking about.
He's just not smart enough.
So he
Search me, I don't know.
he sighs. Yes, fine. It's a rose that most people think doesn't exist anymore. It's a rose of legend. They say back when the god Fex decided to court the goddess of love, Raya, he went to the goddess of flowers, Tsar, and he asked her for a very, very special rose to impress Raya. And she gave him one with all the colours and the feathers of a peacock. And this is the very special peacock rose we're talking about here. And it's maybe the last of its kind in existence. And I have a very rich man who's interested in repaying a debt and in giving this rose as a gift to the Church of Raya and to the people who care for her roses. And it's supposed to be done in secret. It's supposed to look like a miracle. So I need miracle workers who
I
plant a
see.
rose.
So we're going to plant it, but it's going to look like it just grew on its own.
Right.
I see.
You
I
get it.
see.
So you go to the party,
So
and
rare.
then you plant a rose without anyone noticing you did.
So
I see. So, but you said we're not put.
deity artifact sounds valuable.
It is.
Yes.
So just to get this straight, you said you give us not the complete rose.
No, I
but
give you this. And he takes out a small bundle of leather, and inside the leather there is paper that has been impregnated with wax, and then inside there are small sticks, basically
Ah.
rose stems.
All right.
And then you have to cut out the eye, and then you have to put it on the rose.
What's the eye?
It's where the new bloom starts.
Oh, right.
I will teach you.
Oh, one of
But are
these,
you
like-
ready to do it?
So one of these knobbly bits.
Yes.
Right.
So, but I mean, you said it has to happen in secret. What would happen? What are our risks if we get caught doing this?
Probably not very great, because you're not stealing something, you're bringing something, and it's not dangerous, it's beautiful, and it's the day of renewal. It's like pulling a prank on someone. A nice prank, a friendly prank.
I see.
And I'm paying you for it.
yeah.
So how are you doing it?
It's quite nice.
Yeah, and
We get to
this
keep the
ro-
clothes. Sorry.
Yes, you
we
get to
do,
keep the
but we
clothes.
have to find somebody who will take them afterwards. Maybe I don't know. We can't use
We
them.
could keep them. Well,
Yeah, we'll see.
to infiltrate parties. In
I mean,
general.
it's yeah. We'll have to think about that.
yes.
But I mean, you said we have to cut something out from another rose. So which
Yes, I will
rose
teach
would
you how that
Yes,
works.
yes. But what the other rose? We would
There-
damage it,
yes.
right?
No. There are roses that are prepared for exactly this kind of work in
I
the
see.
garden of the family where you're going to the party.
I see.
I really have to go somewhere right now, so please just tell me if you're in or not.
Okay.
So
yes.
how much do you offer?
2 gold pieces,
Sounds good.
2.5,
Yeah, maybe.
3 gold pieces each.
I think 3's good.
Yeah,
sounds
we
pretty
can
good.
do that.
I've done worse for less.
That's great! And he turns around and runs off.
Really good.
And
if
we
you
see
haggle with
we
someone.
see each other again in the next video.